Iranian leaders say developing weapons of mass destruction runs counter to the teaching of Islam. They point out their country signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty in 1970 and say that's proof their uranium enrichment program is for peaceful purposes.
For more than a decade, Western powers have been talking about Iran's nuclear program, namely what to do about it. But there's hope a compromise deal over Iran's insistence that world powers recognize its right to enrich uranium could be reached. For the last 3 days, officials have been negotiating with Iran at this hotel in Geneva. Iranian negotiators say that the two sides have made progress, and it's significant enough for the heavyweight officials to now wade in. But they've all been here before. 2 weeks ago in Geneva, they thought they were getting close, but leaders left without a deal. And so here we are again. Russia's foreign minister has already arrived in Geneva. America says in light of the progress being made, Secretary John Kerry is on his way. And Britain, Germany, France and China's foreign ministers will be there too.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov arriving in Geneva for nuclear talks, and now Secretary of State John Kerry heading to join him.
Morning. How are you?
The most promising sign so far, Iran and the West may be nearing an historic agreement on Iran's nuclear program.
Secretary Kerry arriving tomorrow morning. Is he coming because he believes he can close this deal?
Well, keep in mind that Washington is 8 hours away, and the Secretary had to make a decision. As I said, Lady Ashton, just right now as we speak, is leading these negotiations. But the Secretary is on his way here to be here with his ministerial colleagues if we do get an agreement, in fact, done. So he'll be landing tomorrow morning, and we'll see where we are at that point.
The main point U.S. officials are making about John Kerry's decision to go to Geneva is that it's not beneath the U.S. Secretary of State to take part in hard-fought, drawn-out negotiations on one point or on several. They say that someone with as much diplomatic and political experience as Kerry is sometimes the kind of person that you need to have in the room when there's a very close resolution on a contentious issue, be it oil exports or the unfreezing of Iranian bank accounts and overseas territories. When you have things of those sensitive natures, you might want to actually have the top person of one's government in the room.